Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Tropico 4 with me, X2X. So previously on Tropico 4, we started off our little banana republic by growing sugar, papayas, pineapples, and corn. One of the things I forgot to do, which is important I think to any Tropican location, is to have at least 2 Fisherman's Wharfs. Now these are not 100% necessary. You don't have to do them. The reason I build them is the more varied your food that you provide to your Tropicans, the happier they are. And happiness plays a pretty important role in this game because if you lose elections, I think the game is over. Like, I think you just lose the game. Not 100% sure on that one. So we're going to build these 2 Fisherman's Wharfs. We'll set it back to fastest. We got a bunch of stuff going out.
Dear President.
Don't worry about the pop-ups. They're very similar to the SimCity pop-ups. I'll be your guide. You don't have to worry too much about that kind of stuff. So, this is one of those submissions that I was talking about. This is one of the guys you'll see who will talk to you after. I don't really particularly care about assembling a Swiss bank account. I think it only matters for... I think it only matters the Swiss bank account anyway, for score. I don't think there's like any other reason to have a big Swiss bank account. If that's not true and I end up getting screwed over because of it, you guys can all laugh at me. But otherwise, I think that that's fine. So the mission we're on right now is to improve healthcare, but I prefer to work a little bit slower on these missions. And not necessarily just complete them with everything they say. So, I got the 4 whatchamacallit guys. What do you call these guys? Preachers. And so one of the things we're going to do is we're going to build a marketplace. I believe the marketplace increases the food quality, but I'm not 100% sure about that. There's other things you can do as well, but even now, like if we take a look, we should be able to take a look at the overall happiness and see, oh, our food quality hasn't gone up. Never mind. I'm just gonna be a derp. Is there anything else that I could... Humanitarian aid, corpse destruction, nuclear testing, tax cuts, there's National Day, yeah, we can't do any education, we can't do any foreign affairs. None of that stuff. Alright, so everything else is sort of turned off. There's a bunch of edicts you can do, which each do like their own little things. And it's kind of neat. Sometimes you get maps like this which are not very good for fish. Other times you get maps which are a little bit better for fish. So, I'm going to forbid imports here. Because I'd like us to be eating our own stuff, and that's one thing you should do for the marketplace. The marketplace, I think, raises food quality, but I'm not super sure on that. But you can see our food quality is going up quite a bit, right? I don't remember exactly what the purple line is the overall happiness, the food quality is going up. Our respect has gone up as well, but we still have other things like the housing quality is really low.
Presidente, we need doctors to
I'm gonna accept that one. That one's like a lead-in mission. It's like this is how you get better healthcare. And so you go to government? No, welfare and the economy, and you build clinics. And I usually build the clinic right next to the palace. I don't do that like for any specific reason. You can see this guy's doing really well. And I'll show you how to turn sugar farms into massive amounts of bank. Which actually we could probably do now. I think we're going enough. So if you go to industry and you go to Rum Distillery, You can purchase it, the blueprints, since we can afford it. All right, and you can build a rum distillery, and this place will make rum. This place will make rum for us, and it employs a ton of people. But rum is way more valuable than raw sugar. So once you stop exporting sugar and you start exporting rum, you make way more money. And that's basically how this works. With the logging camp, you can have a logging camp that turns into a lumber mill, that turns into a furniture workshop. Same thing, sugar turns into rum, which turns into... Anyway, you get the idea. I think I'm going to buy another college worker. By holding control and clicking that, I let them know that I want to purchase another doctor. And that should... Blah, blah, blah. Sunnyflowers. You can increase the amount of children you want. And you can... do some other things. We've already met this, so we can just hit accept. Our food quality's way higher than it needs to be. It's actually, our food quality at this place is actually 100, which is really impressive. I don't know that I've ever had food quality that high. I want to see if the happiness is huge because of it. Yeah, 88% on food quality. That's really good. Not something I'm particularly used to.
I'm not feeling well, Presidente.
Alright, we might need another clinic to get us there. But I'm not sure. Oh, we do need another clinic. Alright. I'm going to put this clinic right here. Efficiently use space. That'll get built. And if you watch, this place needs power to increase production, right? Yeah. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go to industry. Jewel factory, no. What am I doing here? It's not an attraction. Why can't I find what I'm looking for? I'm looking for infrastructure. Ah! So I'll purchase and build a wind turbine. And you can change where you build these guys. And it will change how much they produce, but I'm going to put it right here. And I actually think I'm going to put a second one down as well. And these produce a grid, which you'll see once they come up. But I'm doing that so that I can get the mulching machinery, which is like a little add-on you build to the factory. And what that'll do is that'll allow us to have much higher production. And much higher production will mean more money. And I actually might build a second Teamster office as well. The other thing you can do is you can increase the housing quality by giving them air conditioning. Just going to increase the wages a little bit since we're making money. You can see that's where the power grid reaches. I'm going to bring in another doctor. And now that that's finished, we should have enough to get the mulching machinery. And I'm actually going to ask for a couple more high school students just to get this guy going.
Sir, the army is in dire need.
Here's
of
another...
facilities.
That's another subquest, which I'm not going to do. I know it's kind of like weak sauce that I'm not doing them all, but some of them are actually like... Some of them are more of a nuisance than they're worth. I don't know what, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I see. Angry ego activists. I'm not going to export crude oil. Not right now. How am I doing on housing? Do I need new housing? I don't see any... Yeah, so as you can see, our exports are going up quite a bit. Alright. Now, why is my healthcare still down? I don't understand. That should just be going up. It's usually pretty easy to increase your health. I don't know why the service quality is so low. Skill of workers. I almost wonder if I don't go to, if that won't increase the service quality. Weird. This might just be going up very slowly. Oh, a shack. Well, if you see shacks, it's time to build more housing. And we're gonna go with tenements just because they're cheap and efficient. But so we're making, you can see now the benefit of having a distillery. And if you look, if the input storage is really high, like say the input storage is more than the production, you need another factory. If it's not, then you're doing good. But yeah, you can see we're really exporting a crap load of really high quality goods now. And our food quality is really high, which I'm really impressed with. I don't think I've ever gotten it that high before. There's other things we can do here too. Nationalist Day, Social Security, tax cuts, free housing. Free housing I usually don't turn on because I already have capped communist respect. But we can do, one of the things I like to do, oh jeez, 15 new immigrants. I'm glad I built this building.
Morning.
We can do this. We can build a school. It's under government, and it'll just be, I lied, it's under welfare and the economy. I lied again. Oh, education and the media. Oh, herb. So I'll build an elementary school. Right, like there, I think.
El Presidente, I am Senator Nick Richards. I represent the American people of the great state of Nebraska. I'm not a crook.
So he wants us to hire the ministers and get the ministries going, which is fine. It's definitely not as difficult as you'd think. So if you look here, since I built the rum distillery, it's made $65,000 dollars in income, and if you look here, the two sugar farms together haven't even made that much. So it's a really, really good idea. And the output storage on those is not very high. Export fine jewels. We're not going to do that.
Money, that's what I want. Am I right, my
We can do
friend?
this one. Manage. So we'll hire, like I said, control, left click. We'll hire two high school educated people to get that going. Now, we're already going to meet that really easily. So the next thing we need to do is we need to build a ministry, which is under government. The ministry will allow you to do some pretty cool stuff, and I'm going to build the ministry actually like right next to the palace. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but anyway. Yeah, sure, why not? We can build a garbage dump. So, man, do I have no free high school? That's really funny. So our Minister of Defense, we're looking for decent courage, and I tend to put people with high intelligence.
Some Colombian, man.
Yeah, blah 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 blah. So now that we have a defense, you can sometimes you can enact some of these edicts. The nice thing about the grade school is that the Tropicans that graduate will have will gain skills from that. can't believe I don't have any other... Man, last time I had so many ministers. Ah, there's one. In a lot of ways, like, you don't necessarily need... You don't need, like, really good ministers. I tend not to worry, like, a huge amount about it. Boom. See? Rum distilleries are huge banks. Same thing with cigar factories, actually. I've noticed that rum distilleries, I think, are probably the most profitable of all of them. So there's other things that we can worry about. One of the things we need to do is we need to hire some experts. Yeah, we do. I'm just going to control click. Oh, won't let me control click? No? Sure. Just hire all of those people. Was there... We have a minister of the economy. Can we do anything? No, we don't want to do that. And we don't want to do that either. And we don't do that. Yeah, so screw it. We're not doing any of that. Any of that shnikes. Our farm production is around... I don't know if a horticulture station will help them. It's one of the buildings you can build. It's called a horticulture station. I'm not sure how it interacts with farms just yet. So I'm going to build one to give it a try. And we'll buy the blueprint. And we'll put it right here. So it's not in the way of any farmland. And I think one of the things it can do is it can...
President, there was a clash in the whole world between armed forces supporting the
we'll blame the U.S. Screw it.
Great calamity, President. All of my wife's birthdays are coming.
Sure, we can.
And they won't.
The game is like slightly racist towards the Mideast. If you come from there. Yeah, so basically there's no reason to have a horticultural station aside from reforestation. So I'm actually going to just delete it. Because I don't want to build blah, 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 blah. Alright, so now that we have all those guys, we can take a look at if there's any edicts we'd like to bring in. I'm not sure. A lot of these are like for example, same-sex marriage. That's one you do. It's like, say you have like really good religious support, but you don't have very good intellectual support, you can enact that one. Same thing with like book barbecue and all of that kind of stuff. The only one that I really like is the literacy program. The rest of these are like, you can increase sensitivity training. That one's kind of useful. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Oh, we need to build a garbage dump. I forgot about Ramona Flowers. I always do. Because she's a... And actually, I'm going to set it up to that because we have a ton of money.
I see you've made progress.
Yeah, we've already met that. We have 48% happiness.
Most blessed.
Yeah. So now, what are we worrying about here? Foreign affairs? Yeah, we don't need any of that stuff. I already said that. Interior. We can do prohibition, even though like our biggest export, is
malicious journalists are spreading lies about St. Clara in the foreign press, Presidente. Apartments offer good housing.
Information that Tropico has been classified as filthy rich.
like I said.
Annual economic charge.
Like I said, rum distillery. We could even make more money by flavoring facility or whatever, but I'm not going to do that right now. Alright, this is actually one of the big advantages also of being the farmers, that we produce so much sugar. The factory is always able to produce a really high amount. Right, you saw that input storage was at 0. So we need to build 3 apartments. So we need to buy the blueprint. And you can hold shift to build multiples. I guess I could build them facing the road this time to look a little bit better. You'll find, as was with SimCity, I tend to be a bit utilitarian with Tropico. That's just kind of the way I am. I'm actually gonna bring all those. I'm gonna give our guys a little bit more money, bring job quality up a little bit. It's just one of the ways you can raise happiness. There's other stuff too. Like our entertainment's really low, so we can go to entertainment and we can do things like the childhood museums, which we're supposed to be building anyway. I'm gonna place one of them like over here, and every once in a while your citizens will become criminals. You can stop. You can't, I don't know if you could stop it so much as you can just like help control it. I can't really remember exactly. And again, I just dropped the rent on these to 0 because we're so filthy freaking rich. Like we're making so much money every import that at this point making money off of rent isn't a big issue. And yes, I could enable the what do you call that thing? The Free Housing Act. But like I said, I don't actually need more faction respect from the communists. Because I already have 100%. Actually, I have 100% with both. My lowest right now is loyalists, which they're the hardest people in the world to. I'm going to enact both of these, just because you can see the pollution is fairly bad.
Foreign leader, the mighty Chinese dragon is hungry for your goods.
We don't have the ability to export any of that stuff, so we'll just dismiss it. Sometimes I'll accept those, like, to give me something to do right now, like, as we're waiting for, you know, things to happen, but right now we're still doing okay. Yeah, we don't really need the 3 apartments, but... I mean, I could delete this tenement if I really wanted to. And there's always options to lower the housing quality to save money, which personally I've never understood, but... Even turning this down to easy does it by losing the production and going job quality. It would take me a lot of money to just give these guys an extra 10 job quality. I think it'd probably be like 3 more. So that's the other thing that I'm kind of like I'm a little hesitant to do. Apartments are much smaller than tenements, so if you rely on them, you have to build more of them. I really have to put my poker chips away. I can't help but tool with them. This will tell you the entry fee, tourist spending, and then the service quality. I usually bring the entry fee down to like nothing, or 1, because I just don't care.
Presidente, please accept.
Here we can be like, take the money, embezzle the money. I don't embezzle. I play this game like.
No me interesa.
I play this game like super honestly. Yeah, why not? We'll do all that stuff since we have limitless capital.
Sir,
No, we're not issuing conscription. That's a good way to... You can see here also, there are some visual indicators of Tropico. So, like, this is our marketplace, and as the...
Sir, an enemy tornado is in.
And then sometimes there are disasters that you can't control. I can't remember if this is just to tell you, like... Yeah, there's a tornado coming. One of the things the disasters do is they screw up your carefully placed camera angle, which makes me annoying. What I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by a tornado that's going to destroy some of my buildings. Well, so much for that. This one was really bad. I got kind of hosed. You can see there's... Okay, farms are a good way of visual indicator. If you look here, you can see... This is producing pineapple, and these are actually, I think, pineapple plants. Oh my god, fuck off! Sorry. Unprofessional. This tornado's hosing us a little bit.
President.
Yeah, we're not exporting chemicals. Man, we lost a lot. If you look here, the farms are growing sugarcane. Rebuild all of the stuff that the tornado destroyed. You can build a weather station and it'll, I don't think it'll control it, but it'll...
God told
Yeah,
me
we're not building the Savior statue. What was it? What was I talking about? I can't remember. The weather station, but I don't actually think the weather station will allow you to stop tornadoes and stuff like that. That only really happens in the introduction mission. Anyway, as you can see, like the different farms produce different crops. So like here, these are all, this is papaya, so they actually look like papayas. And this guy, they look like pineapple. Here, the corn, they look like corn. Right? Which is kind of neat. And like, you can look and the kids are playing, and some of the visual indicators the game gives are neat. One of the things I was showing you is like, as we get more meals stored here, they actually build up right here, and it's just one of those neat little visual indicators type things. Likewise, when I built the statues and the guard posts, they showed up there. I'm not sure if the other things like the these guys show up on this guy or not, but some of them do, some of them don't. Our rum factory is just making us gigantic amounts of bank. Sure, we can do sensitivity training. Doesn't cost us very much. So we're all back together. Now we were working on getting our entertainment up.